think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not trust friends.
Yeah, so the whole fucking thing's hell in a handbasket. I'm not. that's pretty much what it all adds up to.
All right.
Yeah, hell
It's
in
a
a
good year.
handbasket.
Starting off really well.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know why I just didn't think it would be like, it's in typical racist grandpa fashion. It was just like, oh, no rest for you.
I was so hopeful. I was like, fuck 2025. This year is going to be, oh, fuck. Come on.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. Yeah, I guess we already talked out the implications of the day's events or whatever, but I guess maybe we'll say we are against black shirt violence. And actually, I did want to say one thing about Venezuela is I gotta give it to them. It was a very impressive and successful mission that they did to go get Maduro. I don't know if that's a hot take or whatever, but I just find myself like, wow, they didn't even crash a helicopter. They just went in and they did it. Like, I know people died. Cuban individuals and also people, security individuals from Venezuela. So like, I don't want to make too light of it, but it was, like, I just expect shambles to come from racist grandpa, and it really fucking gets my goat that in this particular instance, it was just like kind of a flawless execution of a perfect project, and he got exactly what he wanted, and he can just be like, ha ha ha, and then you're like, you just kind of hand it to him, and I don't like that. I don't like having to hand anything to that asshole.
Yeah, got to hand him $2 billion worth of oil.
Yeah, which is not a lot.
No, it sounds less than you think.
Yeah,
and it's a very confused project because like a lot of the oil people are like, this is not a great time to be.
Yeah,
prices are down. We don't want this sort of like diesel kind of oil. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are we doing? I don't know. I've sent some things your way. You've sent some things our way.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of talk from the people. I don't know. Like, best case scenario, like, it's long-term planning on the part of someone who clearly doesn't believe that climate change is something that needs to be addressed. It's really bad. But they clearly don't think that climate change is something to be addressed, and they clearly think that you do need motor. You need a diesel to specifically diesel to basically run a war, so far as I understand. So it's not completely useless if you're an imperialist, fucking fascist, insane person.
Hey,
yeah,
I know some of those.
Yeah. Anyway, shocking. History is being made once again, and I don't like it. I don't like waking up in the morning and seeing in the newspaper that history has been made, because it's never good when history arrives. COVID's no good. These state actions are always no good. It throws everything into a chaotic spasm when it happens. And then, like, humans don't handle chaotic spasms very well. I mean, most of them don't anyway.
It pays to find the center of things.
Oh, this is true.
Oh, no.
You must find the must find the way here on the Extinction Agenda with James
And Chris.
The man on the internet most likely to be not fit to practice martial arts due to his ferocious intent. Yeah, that's damning.
Cutting close to the bone there.
All right, and we are cutting close to the bone. We watched Tai Chi. I would keep writing the Tai Chi Master, but it's a Tai Chi Master. I think it also went under the name Twin Dragon or some shit like that. Here in North America, it was a 1993 movie directed by Yan Wu-ping, who is also involved in the fight choreography. Stars Jet Li, stars Michelle. How am I pronouncing your last name? Yo?
Yo, I think.
Yeah,
Michelle Yeoh, I think I hear.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, and I think you were saying this is your guy, Chin Si Ho. Is that? The guy that played
Tianbo or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's my guy. I like him. I think he's fantastic. We're gonna see him again. I think in Fist of Legend.
Yeah, and I think I'm really not sure, but I think he was also in some way in Once Upon a Time in China, but I might be wrong about that.
Yuen's
anyway,
pretty good too. The young,
Ms. Lee?
Yes, Ms. Lee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her and Michelle Yeoh were both like outstanding.
Yeah, great martial arts action in this one. This one definitely didn't lack for if Once Upon a Time in China was kind of a period drama that happened to also have martial arts in it. This is a martial arts movie that happens to also have period drama within it. It's kind of not a complete inversion, but I don't know. I guess maybe we'll get to some of the I don't really have a lot of trivia or anything. It was difficult to find information about this movie. I'm sure there's books and in-depth interviews and shit I could have done, but I didn't. One thing about these movies is I have a hard time keeping them in my mind, just in general. Yes. I watch them and I'm like, what happened? And I can't really summarize it in my mind, which is so unusual. Next week, Fist of Legend, I'm not going to have that problem, and I'd like to discuss and I don't know why. I have a theory, and I mean maybe we'll chat it out. But sorry, James, you were going to say something.
No, I was going to say that's actually something I often experience with martial arts movies. I'm a big martial arts movies fan, but when I watch them, you go into kind of a state where you're like, this is awesome. And that's all you have to sort of think and say. It's like, wow, ooh, ah. But I it's funny. I had a fucking migraine headache yesterday from work. I was very agitated. I came home, I sat down and watched this, and I felt so fucking great afterward. And I was like, what state of relaxation did this shitscapade put me into? But it was, and it was, it had all the markers of our last movie too. It had the camp, the real sort of really hokey, cheesy characters and cheesy scenes and kind of bullying and punching and then the themes just got overreaching and Star Wars dark at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was a lot more fun, I think, than Once Upon a Time in China.
I'd say so.
It really is.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's a better movie by any stretch, but it is a lot more fun. The boys are like a good and bad seeds kind of, but they're both expelled nevertheless for their poor behavior from the Shaolin Temple, right? Or they're why did Jet Li get expelled?
Oh, I watched.
Oh, he defended his brother.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's this kind of thing that just kind of slips right through my brain. I'm like, what?
Jun Bao and Tian Bao, right?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic. These two kids end up at a Shaolin temple, and one of them's bad, one of them's good, essentially. But they're the best of friends. The one who's bad is really bad one day and tries to fight Uncle, the master, or something. Gets expelled because he has ferocious intent and he's unfit, like Christopher, unfit to practice the martial arts. Gets kicked out.
Well, which Christopher? Yeah.
All
Christophers that we know.
It's true. It's true. And then it turns into a kind of a weird quest just a weird series of events. Like they end up working at a restaurant. They briefly try to make money by taking punches. At least Tian Bao does. And then Tian Bao sees an opportunity to be part of ICE and
So
chooses it. And then, but Jun Bao is very shaken by this choice, and so they part company. But ICE wants to raid the rebel stronghold or whatever, and the brothers must fight.
Yeah, this does have some real. This does have some real Star Wars. I feel. I don't know about you guys, but he did just literally turn to the dark side.
Yeah.
And Jet Li is also like basically like almost out of necessity and trauma forced to explore the light side of the Force in a deeper, more meaningful way because of his trauma.
It might have Star Wars from like by root of Taoism, like the sort of like opposing forces, like dark and light. Like I think that the characters may be meant to symbolize that a bit too.
Yeah, it's like it's not like I know
the yin and yang more than the Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't like. Oh, did you really mean like you think that they were like riffing off Star Wars here, or because that's crazy?
A slight bit. It's 93.
That's crazy, dude. Like the Star Wars.
Listen, man. It's a generational thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's the Empire for sure.
Yeah, but these themes are as old as time, particularly in Chinese literature.
My guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, because like all the light and the Force and whatnot. Yeah, that's all just regurgitated, either Japanese or Chinese philosophy. The Jedi or samurai. It's based off Kurosawa. Like it's the influences are they're. You don't need Star Wars to get
insulting.
This movie.
It's just insulting. Sorry,
you're just insulting.
Back off,
Tai Chi master.
Yeah.
Actually, Chris, you haven't really given us your take on this yet. Am I wrong about that?
No, I guess like I thought that this was fun is the right word. I really enjoyed watching it, and to me it felt a bit like it had the vibe of like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Like these characters who get expelled, and they're fish out of water in the market, like trying to find their place in the world, getting into trouble. And then in any Dungeons and Dragons campaign, one of your friends decides to be a completely chaotic evil bastard and like decides to do something, and suddenly you're at each other's throats. Yeah, textbook.
There it is. What was the sorry? There's Miss Lee. Yeah, okay. There's Miss Lee, and then what's Michelle Yeoh's name in this? She's like Su Lin. Yeah, sorry, I can't look at my own fucking writing here.
And then it's CQ's the other girl,
right? Now I don't remember what I'm sorry. I was just like unrelated, but I was thinking about Tian Bao being a bastard. Oh my goodness, he just killed her with that slap to the back of the con. Yeah, like when I guess what I was thinking is that when the RPG person goes really bad, like they're stealing a woman, they have to murder her to please their master or whatever,
which he doesn't even do. I don't know. I don't think this came through in the dub version.
Yeah,
but I flipped to that scene in the subtitle, and like he's the eunuch guy, like, and yeah, the governor. They don't really make that explicit either, but he's a eunuch. He's given up his junk for power, basically.
Oh wow!
And
he's clearly an evil homosexual. Yeah. Archetype.
Yeah, Tin Bao is like completely like willing to do anything to be a sycophant. Like,
yeah,
that scene in the market is so good. Like when they are like they're making money, and this is one of those like if we try to draw out themes of these movies, that what's striking me is how sad it is to be a martial artist, just like kind of like having to make money anyway, like almost like a sideshow. He gets money to take punches, and like this rich guy is like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like so excited about it, and throws down for 40 punches, doesn't do it, so he like hurls money at them, and then like has his henchmen like gang up, and they're just kind of like huddling under the blows, and like Jet Li's like, yeah, I can't wait to have enough money to have a meal, and his guy's like, I want all the power, like this is perfect. So once the magistrate comes and interrupts, and like he's like shaking them down for like all of the money in taxes, and he's like, yeah, take it all, and he's like, oh, you're a scum, you need to be beaten. So he starts beating himself, and then the guy's like, oh, you're very smart, come with us, we're recruiting. Like just whatever he can do to debase himself. And in that moment when he kills that girl, afterwards the eunuch guy's like, I didn't tell you to kill her.
Yeah, he goes too far. He's desperate. I was hearing you talk about like the. You're right that I can't wait to afford a meal. It's very Goku. Another sort of super martial artist. But yeah, like I'm also thinking about the qualities of the kung fu of the 1990s kung fu practitioner, and if they're good. They are they're very earthy. They'll engage in healing, but we'll also see that with him, he just wants a simple job, which is also like something that I don't remember. I guess Jet Li in Once Upon a Time in China also has. He has sort of a simple, like he's an apothecary or whatever. That's how he serves the community. That's part of it. But there is, like if you go to the dark side, then you become like a element of the state apparatus, or you become, you end up working for like the Indo-Pacific Company or whatever it was called, Sino-Pacific Corporation. Like you become sucked into the power structures, and I guess that's also very Star Wars. But and the reason to say all of that is because Chuck Norris would never be in a circumstance like this. Like he doesn't. What was his job exactly in that ninja movie, right?
No idea.
Yeah, he just investigates things.
Karate
right?
champion.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
didn't need one. Yeah.
Yeah. One of your comments was like, I don't think this movie knows what a job is. I always like that. But with this, like employment is maybe that's it right there. Employment is at the center of the martial arts story, and poverty in the 1990s, and like probably earlier in the kung fu tradition, but we're not watching those movies. We're just watching the 1990s stuff during this kind of flavor of it. And I guess another element is that they are not just good at martial arts. They're not just badass. They're super powered. The things that they're able to, like getting back to the punching thing, like they don't mind getting struck. Like it doesn't really hurt them. They are basically, for all intents and purposes, superheroes.
It's true. Even at the beginning, when they're fighting the entire Shaolin Temple, they're not standing down from a fight against 50 or 60 people.
Yeah.
So that's just always there, that there's no concern at all. It's just more of like a comedy shtick that they're going to fight all these guys. But yeah. They and Tian Bao's not he's not evil like out of the gates. He's like, you can see when they're in the temple and he's like watching that master's like movement to sort of steal that strike that he's not allowed to be trained on yet.
Mm-hmm.
That he's just like he's trying to take in, like he's trying to like absorb part of the power structure or get involved in the hierarchy. So he's just, I don't know, he's just always sort of chasing that next level, so that's what makes him like ambitious enough to sort of twist as he goes along. I read that he's considered a very good tragic villain in Kung Fu cinema, but
Oh.
This character specifically?
Specifically kung fu cinema, so not
Oh, well,
all.
no, like Tien Bo though.
Yeah. His
Wow.
his gradual like painful fall from grace, you know.
But he was kind of a
Yeah.
jerk early on as a kid. Like I guess I kind of saw it as just like an outgrowth of his behavior.
Yeah, but they were loyal to each other at least, for a long time. Even
Even into the admission into the army.
yeah, he helps him cover up a body.
Yeah, that's right. He actually kills that guy. Slashes his throat. And then hides the body.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
it's a
another
step
thing
up.
that just completely fucking slipped by me. Don't
That's a
recall.
true pal. Oh, because they have that fight. Because they shack up with the rebels who are like Robin Hood sort of like style, like taken from the tax, given back.
Mhm.
But then one of the magistrates gets away, and so like
Oh yeah, okay,
yes,
I recall.
yeah.
Well, he's not like exactly like corrupt. He's like the power like validates his confidence, his skills, you know? It's
Yeah, that anger, that edge of anger they refer to later is always with him because in the fight in the temple when he has to like it's who's going to study the advanced kung fu, and the other student seemingly with the backing of the master like cheats and throws the powder in his face, and then he's like kicking him and like the guy's bleeding in the face, and even when he's down he's about to deliver a killing blow. It's like that sort of intensity, that rage is always there. That's what gets him kicked out.
I just saw. I just saw that I killed him for you, and then like Jet Li fucking smiles, and yeah, they're just smiling while goofing around.
yeah,
covering the
I like that
bee.
Jet Li kind of turns into like a low key like tavern drunk while the other guy sort of pursues like a military dominance, I guess. I don't know. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
And then he just has to go back and sort of backtrack and disassemble the guy because he's the only other person in town with superpowers, basically.
Yeah.
A question that comes to my mind is, so when they get expelled from the temple, the master, he's like, Jun Bao, who's Jet Li's character, like, I'm not worried about you. You have a kind heart. You're going to be fine. But he says, Tien Bao, like, here's this, like, I'm not giving you any martial arts, but like, here's a book, and it's going to center you when you don't. But that is the book that Jet Li eventually looks into, right? That's what gives him the Tai Chi master powers. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Tai Chi book.
In the I didn't watch that scene in the sub version. I did watch it in the dubbed, but I so I don't know how reliable this is. But what he says in that version is, he says, "When you lose your way." I thought that was so telling. It was just like if it's just like, when you lose your way, here's this book for you.
In the actually, it's funny. As you said that, it just showed up in my thing, and it says, when you, what does he say? He said, when your heart loses its way, in the dubbed version.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's to mirror the kind heart of whatever Jin Bao.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I like that. The writing, the writing's not bad on this. I didn't write down who the writer was. Not that I would fucking know left from right on this shit. A good moment to comment on the differences between the subbed and the dubbed version. So the subbed version keeps to what I understand to be like just listening to it. Like it keeps original music, and the music's much better. And the dialogue, because it's subbed, you get actual sort of translation. Whereas, because it's subbed, you get an actual translation. But the dubbed version, I'm getting confused here, has shitty music, and the dialogue is pretty bad a lot of the time because they're trying to dub it, which is like Chris and I were talking about before recording. Like, I've always viewed it as a really, really difficult thing to do without. You just necessarily produce a goofy product most of the time when you dub something.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna probably see. I'll probably talk. I only watched the subbed version of this one, but I'll probably talk more about it in Fist of Fury because Legend of the fucking. What am I talking about?
Fist of Legend.
Fist of Legend. Fist of Legend.
Yeah.
Yes, Fist of Legend. Because I am a big fan of the subbed version, or sorry, the dubbed version. Excuse me, and that's like a hot take. You're not supposed to like the dubbed version, but I think it's good in that instance. But it's difficult to. I mean, I think the common thing with the subtitles is the actor's original emotional resonance that's being worked with during the director's actions is removed, right? So you're not going to get that duplicated by some guy trying to say something quickly to match a guy's lips. Like, hey, let's get over there. Like, it's not. And so it's just bad to start with. Yeah. So I don't know. That's my take on that, but.
No, I was thinking much the same thing. I mean, like it's just like unavoidable to make it just kind of turn fucking ridiculous. That said, there is a pleasure to watching something dubbed. I didn't like. I realized at a certain point that I was missing something from watching this dubbed, but it just kind of helped the medicine go down. Gave me. I felt it was like doing like a Cole's Notes. And then I could go back and read an actual Macbeth or something.
I think my old argument for Fist of Legend used to be that I would miss things by looking down to read subtitles.
Yeah,
just quickly, because these martial arts movies have like so much like fast paced action and expressive facial like acting that like. You can just miss things dipping down to read, like, or dipping to skim down.
Yeah.
So that's maybe crazy, but and wrong. I'm not sure.
No. I think about it all the time. I mean, like watching anything like on any foreign film, right? Like you spend a lot of time just like reading the words, and you're not getting the same effect. Like you just aren't. It's as close as you're gonna get. But
you're seeing it. You're not like you're reading quickly. There's only a little bit to read, and your eyes aren't stupid, right? You can still see the screen, but there's just something you're not honed in on as sharply, unless no one's speaking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if I tried to watch a Paul Thomas Anderson film, but I had to see like everybody's dialogue at the bottom of the screen, I'm not going to see the images that they've produced, like not to the same extent. And I don't know. It's just it's a detriment.
It feels to me too, like especially with these movies, there is an emphasis on the spectacle of it, on movement, on like there's a kind of broadness by design, just because it's like the bodies on display, like the sort of like the acrobatics, and so there's a show to it.
Yeah. And a lot of comedy, like I think James had said earlier. This one,
I love their hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they glue the horse hair on them.
That was entertaining.
Yeah. Whenever they're hiding from the guards or whatever, I do love that Looney Tunes shit, like the horse hair, and then also they hide inside a statue with candles and stuff, and they pretend to be, or like in a little thing with like pretending to be statues inside like a building,
almost like a little nativity scene, and the guards go right past.
It's very cool, and all the principles in this were really good, and the comedy for the most part was good. I think something's lost in cultural translation, like when Jet Li loses his mind at the shock, like it goes on for a long time, and like, I don't know if we would do that over here.
It's very goofy. Why are you crying? He threw acupuncture in my crying nerve.
Oh yeah. I really like that, actually.
It's fun.
That would play here.
I guess you're right. Yeah, it is fun.
Also, it's just sort of grotesque. Yeah, I did put a little heart beside that crying and laughing nerve point. Sorry.
I enjoyed him coming out of his madness, though. Like the mastery of Tai Chi was cool when he's kind of getting it, and like the sort of fusion, like the understanding with nature, and when he like goes to that urn of water, and he's just like learning how to use the flow, like making a little whirlpool in it, and then like using that to shatter the vessel entirely.
Yeah, classy. Power up. That's another
Yeah.
thing that made me kind of think of Goku, but it's not. But I mean, just like the maybe this is more of a Japanese thing, but like there is within martial arts stuff in the 90s, like some element of training. But we didn't, I don't know, we didn't see that before. We're going to see that next week as well. So yeah, it's not crazy. I was much more impressed with Jet Li in this movie, like in the sense that his range was greater, and the martial arts, he was a little more like he was allowed to be more freewheeling. I found the wire fu and stuff in the other one was it was a lot, right? Running on logs and with the ladders and all that shit. And then that initial rope thing at the beginning when he has to like save that dragon dance. You don't actually get anything like that here, and no high flying wire business. You do get when he's trying to be a support pillar for that log statue thing, and then bodies will get pulled away or whatever, but like I don't know, it just seemed a little less hokey. It was still very hokey, but
it was still but the wire work was clean. It was there was definitely like more of a cleanliness to it. It wasn't just like wild, just like floating around like
yeah.
That's my crouching tiger thing. It's just fucking.
We'll watch that. We'll watch that eventually. I bet. Like that
fucking wall.
Oh, that movie's so good.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Because it's like in that one they just took it as far as it can possibly go, and like it's fine to see the ceiling of like no further than
the
this,
ceiling
guys,
of
like,
wire work.
Yeah.
Around. Fuck.
Yeah.
Probably looked great on the big screen though, but yeah, I don't know. We'll revisit it. I do remember like a lot of like chasing people over treetops and like that rustling sound or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe there's
a lot of wire work.
Yeah, we could do an Ang Lee month where we watch his Hulk. We watch.
Oh wow.
Crouching Tiger. The Ice Storm. Yeah, I wasn't gonna suggest the Ice Storm, but maybe we do need. Maybe we do need to.
Storm.
It's shit. The Ice Storm. How do? Let's see if I can think of the plot. It's basically okay. So there's a Sigourney Weaver and some kid, and there's some sort of kid drama in the kid world where like involving romance or something. And then there's also a marriage issue in the adult world with Sigourney Weaver, and the movie ends in an ice storm. Spoilers: they're at a key party, so I guess it's at the 80s, like basically a swingers party. And I don't know. Then there's sad things that happen in a van or something. I don't know. It's been a while, but it's not our usual fare, that's for sure.
Fuck? Yeah.
It's a drama, it's a little drama. I think I've seen it like basically twice because it was on television, and I can't really say no to Sigourney.
No, you can't.
When she's on the TV, she wouldn't let me. Powerful woman. Anyway, well, clearly we're not talking about Tai Chi Master anymore. Well, I think one of the things what I was trying to. Oh wow, yeah, some of the martial arts in this is just incredible. Like Jet Li working with not Michelle Yeoh. I didn't write down the other woman's name. I'm sorry. Who plays Miss Lin? Why are they fighting? I can't. Is there another woman martial artist that Jet Li ends up fighting? Am I confused?
Yeah, she's the evil.
Okay.
She's the I don't know what she is. If she's the cousin or something of the emperor.
Okay, all right.
Michelle Yeoh's husband, I think. And
that's right.
Yeah. They have the ex-wife battle in the tavern, and then Jet Li saves Michelle Yeoh.
I love that
knocked silly.
It's like rich woman, just like also excellent at kung fu, just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, and she's very good at it. Like I was watching her fight Jet Li in like the I love the choreography of all this. This is so hard to do. You know, that's putting it pretty fucking lightly. Like, this is crazy.
Oh yeah, the Michelle Yeoh and Lee or whatever, and the and the other woman, they're incredible. Like the speed and the pace and the wire work and stuff. There's a ground fight with Jet Li in the like he just jumps in and kicks the ex-husband away and then just fights a couple people down while Michelle Yeoh's doing the ragdoll thing. That's when you can see there are some spots without wire work. There are more spots without wire work when you can really see him like move, and it's just shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a bit of a Weekends at Bernie's act because she gets knocked out.
Oh yeah, cool stuff. The Michelle Yeoh at this point, I was curious. I was like, okay, because she prior to this, she did some stuff. She did beauty contests and studied in England, but she marries someone who's like a film producer, and like she kind of retires for 5 years, and then she comes back and she kind of creates herself as an action starlet. Like she divorces the dude, I think, and then just kind of goes on a different path. She's only like 3 years into this path or something like that. I might be wrong about those numbers, but she like this is sort of like the beginning of her as we know her.
She Taiwanese?
I don't. Sorry, no, not in my mental Rolodex. Yeah, we could. We could
fucking right now.
Yeah, please do. Because I know she was in the Johnny
Malaysian.
Toe movie. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I did. Oh, well, I don't think I would have remembered that, but I do remember reading it. She was in a Johnny Toe movie before this, two of them, the Heroic Trio and the Executioners, and she plays like a sort of a badass, super heroic, I don't know, just basically wire work, kung fu expert. You know, it's very fun. It's very camp, as we would say. But it makes sense for her to transition from that to those two things to this. That's all. Just a little context there.
What were your favorite martial arts bits?
In this one?
Yeah.
I don't think I don't have any. I just like, I do know that at any given moment, if I turn on this movie, I'm impressed with absolutely all of it. Like any of the martial arts things, but nothing. Looking through my notes, I don't have any like, oh my god, he did the thing. So I don't think I have an answer to that. I'm sorry.
James?
You know, I think the first fight when he had like turned sideways and they like set the booby trap. I don't know why I like that one.
The booby trap.
Like when they trapped them and murdered them all.
Right. They have to fight the entire army.
Yeah. I just thought it was great. I don't know. And then the Tai Chi, like I like the Tai Chi. I like the change in his form when he's like his free flowing Tai Chi is just like so inevitable. He can't be defeated at that point. He's redirecting everything. It's very cool. Like his movements just very cool. I think the fight's a bit lacking. It's too much wiring and too much like hokiness. It doesn't have like the grounded like contact that I want. But
they do that rope, the rope bridge kind of thing where they're like fighting on that net basically, and like he's like being upended. He has to basically tie the rope around his foot to like have balance.
Yeah, like Michelle Yeoh versus the containers of booze is more fun than that. That's awesome shit. That's some drunken master shit.
I'm watching the booby trap scene as you refer to it now. Like with the there's so much cool in it. Like when they're running at each other for the first time and the sword's dragging on the ground and it's causing these like not just sparks but like explosions of dirt. And Yeah, and they're just like swinging all over the place and bodies flying. I think that's, they're very well suited for each other in terms of like skill set. The two actors, Jet Li and Chin Soo-ho.
Yeah, Chin, I guess what I call him is he's outrageous. He's got his movements like very good. I don't know why Jet Li is a bigger star, but that may not be the case in kung fu movies. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me that there's a qualitative difference between them. Like just looking at this right now, Jet Li is currently using the sword strictly with his feet in order to like, and yeah, and he's like, yeah, just like at any given moment, he's like the other dude's like nothing. I'm not throwing shade, but I do think that they're. Maybe my eyes deceive me, but Jet seems a little bit cut above.
That was my favorite part, by the way, with that, like when he's like that, like bouncing the sword off of him and like using it to like redirect and like catch it again and like continue the assault. Like that was some wild shit.
Yeah. Yeah. These like, okay. So one thing that I'm discovering on this on Kung Fu January Quest is like, there's not a lot to say about these movies. For the most part, you're just kind of like, this is fun, and it's pretty incredible to look at, and you can kind of tease out the qualities of the martial artists in these worlds or whatever, and like what martial arts is. This movie gives us some pieces that I think Once Upon a Time in China didn't give us. Mm-hmm. This one's more about the martial arts, and less about the ultra nationalism. This is to
its benefit.
Yeah, I think so. We'll be back to themes of nationalism next week, but
yeah, you must be a rebel activist.
Yeah, that's right.
The bar fight, that bar fight was good too, with where he attacked them only with his head.
Oh, and that's another thing that in these kung fu, like headbutt assaults, sleeping on your head or whatever, like just smashing. I think they were just smashing bricks that one day, just talking to each other.
Yeah.
that was pretty all right.
18.
Yeah.
Tian Bao's beating of all of the prominent martial arts guys in the army was fucking brutal too. He was really throwing hands in that fight. That was one of the better sequences in the movie. It didn't even involve Jet Li.
I like the passive aggressiveness of that, like the eunuch emperor guy. He's like, tell him he's too aggressive, and like these, he's constantly testing him. And then there's he brings that chest full of all the like taxes that he's collected. It's like gold and shit. He's like, you're giving me nothing to do. And he's got to constantly like figure out how to calibrate and how much. It's very grovelly, very like reminds me of certain rulers.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do we have anything else on our
no
Tai Chi? Okay.
On to the next one.
Yeah. Unrelated, but I wanted to say that last night I watched Hideo Gosha's Tokyo Bordello, and I thought it was low key fucking brilliant. It was like this kind of sad story about sex workers, but it's very stylish. It's very like I know Gosha from watching samurai movies. I was like, oh, okay, well, this guy's a voice. This guy's got a thing. But he moved on to like he has got a, like sort of a working class stance to the things that he deals with. But the movie's very much like what they called a pink film in Japanese cinema. So it's a skin. It has. There's a lot of boobies. Like it's about a brothel. So but it's not really like, it's not salacious or anything. Just every once in a while, you'll get the hypnotic images of women licking each other's breasts. But it doesn't last for very long. And anyway, I just thought I thought the sound was cool. I thought the story was very interesting. I thought that it was just Gosha knows how to fill the screen with an image, and I was really impressed. I thought it was great, and I just wanted to say that it's recently re-released. It wasn't available previously, sort of, or easily, so get it now that it's out there. Also, do other things. You could also do whatever you want.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. That's
Well, well, well. You seem to be a very well set up young gentleman, sir.
Captain Feeney, that's all the money my mother had in the world. Mightn't I be allowed to keep it? I'm just one step ahead of the law myself. I killed an English officer in a duel, and I'm on my way to Dublin till things cool down.
Mr. Barry, in my profession, we hear many such stories. Yours is one of the most intriguing and touching I've heard in many weeks. Nevertheless, I'm afraid I cannot grant your request. But I'll tell you what I will do. I'll allow you to keep those fine pair of boots, which in normal circumstances I would have for myself. The next town is only 5 miles away, and I suggest you now start walking.
Mightn't I be allowed to keep my horse?
I should like to oblige you, but with people like us, we must be able to travel faster than our clients. Good day, young sir.